Welcome back to the channel. The name of the channel is CAD with Mr. Hugh. And in today's video, we were looking at part 3 of the 3-part series. So we'll be continuing with the cylinder and cone intersection. Now, we aim to become your favorite AutoCAD resource online. And we have a 3-part series video for you. And we hope that you'll join us. So we're moving into the video now. See? Completed plan and a completed elevation. Good job if you got it there so far, right? So let me zoom over and show you, right? So there is our, which we did before, right? So this is what the answer would look like, right? All right, now I'm going to complete the end elevation for you now, right? So we are going to use, just like we use a t-square, we're going to use the x line, like what I introduced, which is this one, which is a construction line. So look now. There. Oh, we're in the wrong layer. So we're gonna change this line to the zero line, which I use as my construction line. Okay. I will go again. There. There. We're gonna put it on our zero line layer. Alright, I'm gonna delete it. It's giving too much, it's giving too much, or undo. Undo. Right. So we're gonna go again. We're gonna go in the right layer. We're in the outline layer. So we're gonna go to the default layer that we are using as the construction line. So we're gonna come down here, go to our X line, the construction line. Click here and go there. See? Enter. So this would be a T-square line. It's perfectly horizontal. What I'm saying, if you use a line command, sometimes it doesn't come out horizontal. In some instances, like what I showed you a while ago, you see, remember this line wasn't horizontal, but if you use the construction line in the AutoCAD, it will always be horizontal or vertical. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna project all of these lines going across. All right, watch now. X line, a construction line. So I'm gonna do the top first, right? So there, see how easy it is? Right, we're gonna carry now the cylinder over, right? So we can just press enter to get our last command. Enter. There's our X construction line. We go again. Enter. Enter. See? As easy as that. Enter. Enter. Right? We're gonna scroll up. Right, so we're gonna escape to get rid of the pan. Alright, so we're gonna do it again. X9, construction line there. Put enter, 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 there, enter, there. Good. You see that? So easy it was. Much easier than if you're gonna make a layer. You will still need a layer, but it's easier to draw them perfectly horizontal. So these would be like T-square line, but they run right across the screen. So if you pan over, they will still be there, right? Good. So we have our T-square line representing the height of the cone and the divisions that you have on that we drew on the cylinder coming from the semicircle. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna draw a 45-degree line here so that we can transfer the points in the plan to the end elevation. So what we're doing now, we're drawing the end elevation. So what I did a while ago with the construction line, the X line was to transfer the height going to the right of the front elevation. All right, now I realize that I need a center line because when I draw the 45-degree line, I need to take up the diameter going across, right? Now, I place my drawing on the grid. So I wouldn't necessarily need it because this point here on the quadrant right there. Let me show you. So if I go line, the computer will pick it up for me. See? Quadrant? See? The computer will pick it up for me, right? But just for completeness of drawing, I'm gonna put it in, right? Because we want to make sure that our drawings are sharp. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go to center line, and I'm just gonna draw two center lines. Right. I would need it in the front elevation again, but I'm just gonna put it in there. So there's our center line. Right. You see the line snapped to the grid a while ago. So I'm gonna after undo it, look, it's lead. Right. So I'm gonna delete it. Delete. Alright, so we go again. Alright. And you see Arthur was on, but it still is just it took preference. So we're gonna go. Alright, we start from down here. There. Intersection, you press enter. Right, so that's our center. So what we can do is can lengthen it, right? See? Or you draw it above, but you might not be able to pick up the point, right? So we'll go again. Escape. Alright, we zoom. Alright, so we just want to make sure that the point is aligned when we stretch it, right? So we go up. Right, there it is. Good. So we have our center line, which is this line. Alright, so we're gonna draw it in the plan now. As I told you, wouldn't need the center line again because my drawing is on the center of the drawing is on the grid. Right, so but I'm just gonna put it in for completeness for those who are following with a T-square. They wouldn't have the functionality of the snap quadrant option there. So you'd have to definitely, if using a T-square, you'd have to draw in the center line. See? Coming down, good, enter, right? So I'm gonna extend it because normally the center line, not the you're right, the center line extends a little bit beyond the drawing, about 4 millimeters. You don't measure it, but it's about 4, right? So I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna select this, and I'm gonna lengthen the line. As long as the line is in line, it will be straight, all right? All right, so let me click it and get that red symbol, and then you click, and there it is length, right? So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna draw a 45-degree line from the last point and the front elevation, right? So I'm gonna go, I'd have to come out of the center line and go up to the zero layer. I'm gonna go line, intersection. All right, so we have to turn off ortho. All right, so the angle here would be wanted at 45. So we need 315, right? So we're gonna make it a little bit taller out here. Um, that is all right. So we're gonna make the line 580. All right, go again. Line. All right, so it's gonna be 600 tab. All right, so we're gonna go line 680, and the angle would be 315. All right, so that's our 45-degree line, right? What we're gonna do now, we're gonna use our X line, which is our construction line, to carry these points from the plan going over, right? So you see my AutoCAD pick up the quadrant, right? But if you're on a T-square, rather than using your eye, if you draw to pick it up, if you draw the center line, you will pick it up on the T-square easily. So we'll just come across. Let's turn on ortho, right? See, and there is our line, right? So let's pick up the other, let's pick up the other diameter for the for the diameter for the diameter for the circle representing the cone in the plan. So we go X line, can press back enter. No, pan was the last command. So if we come back up here, X line, and we come here. There, there. As simple as that. So we can press enter to get the last. All right, so we're gonna draw our center line and then extend from the center line. All right, so center line. I'm gonna draw the center line. So we're gonna go line there to there. Or hold on. We can just use the grid because the drawing is aligned to it. And we're just gonna come here. There, there, and there's our center line, right? What we're gonna do now, we're gonna trim this line. Alright, I'm gonna trim it to just cleanness. Enter. And then we delete this line. Alright, so when I trim this, press enter, and then when I delete this line. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna extend the center line going across. So we go X line there. Alright, we need to change the layer. So we go X line. This, enter. And we're gonna go gonna up now, right? So the first thing we're gonna do is plot the end elevation. You will see the same triangle because it is symmetrical. So whether you look from the east, west, or if you are looking at, for example, if you went to Egypt and you're looking at the pyramid, right? So the pyramid is resting on the horizontal ground. If you walk around the pyramid, right? Because the pyramid is symmetrical. It's the same triangle you're gonna see right around whether you look at it at the front, at the back, or at the side. So that's what I mean, right? Relative north, south, east or west is relative to the ground. So if I walk around the pyramid in Egypt, from the north and the south, and looking from the north relative to the north arrow, right? If you walk around, so if your front view is looking north, and you walk around, the south view would be the same triangle representing the pyramid. The pyramid is a square base pyramid. So that is why a while ago I said north, south, east, or west. See, we have the north, south, east, where I didn't want to confuse you, right? So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna project up these lines using the X line, the construction line. So I'm gonna go up with this one. On second thought, I'm just gonna use the line command, all right? There, I'll just go perpendicular. So it work fine there for perpendicular, okay? What I'm drawing gonna get confusing. So I'm just gonna use the line command from here because you're gonna have a lot of lines going up. See that as long as I have perpendicular, enter. It works fine, right? Now, I could for this one, the middle one, I'm gonna use the construction line going up, right? But you remember it's gonna go south too, you know. All right. I'm just gonna use a line, right? Because it's gonna go south, I'm gonna let drawing get confusing. So I'm just gonna come up to here. See, perpendicular, click, enter, right? So these are the points for the triangle. So I'm just gonna go line, go there. Did I pick up the intersection? All right, so go line there, there, enter, right? And then the end now, you could project it across, but you don't need to, but I'll project it nevertheless. So I'm gonna use the um construction. It's this line. So I'm gonna need to turn off my snap because it's all right. So we're gonna take this point there, right? And I'm gonna project it up. All right. So we're gonna use because we're going to the side of the triangle, which is at an angle. We're gonna use the construction line because when you go up with the line using the line command, you'd have to either click up beyond the thing and then trim it if you want it to look neat. We're just gonna use the X line. So construction line going up, enter. All right, it's a little bit easier to use the construct. So, all right, so let us measure. Let us measure. So, let's draw the circle now. So, circle there, right, enter. Right, so there is our circle. And oh, we can know if it is correct, we can measure it, right? So let's measure. So this, so we need to go to our dimension layer. Where is the dimension? I don't have a dimension layer here. Here it is, dim. Right, so let me go there. So in the layer, we're gonna measure. So this point and this point, that's a 120. I drew it a little bit large. So I'm gonna measure this diameter now. So this, see there, 120, so it's correct, right? So good job if you got it right so far, right? So, right, so the radius of the circle would be where this line coming up, intersect the center line coming from here. Okay, see that? But it would be the same diameter there, right? Is the intersection of this line with the center line. Is that clear? Okay. All right, so we're gonna darken it up now, right? So we're gonna go to our layer that has the outline. And we're gonna draw a line. We're gonna start off with the triangle first. So the base there. Then we're gonna go up to the apex there. Come to there. Enter. All right. And what we can do, we have to redraw the circle. We're just gonna put the circle now on the outline layer. So it was on the construction. So we don't have to redraw it. Let's come down here. So if you had many things drawn on maybe like a blue building plan, a building drawing, you wouldn't have time to trace everything. So you just move it from the construction layer to your outline layer. Now the only thing we need to do to complete this one is put it on the center line. Right? So let me put it on the center line. So I'm gonna change to my center line layer. Right, I'm just gonna draw a line and then we extend. No, we don't need to because this drawing is on the grid. Let's look and see. No, it's not on the grid, because the grid is not on the grid. So what we'd have to do, we'd have to draw it and then extend it. So we go line there, there, and it's not on the grid. All right. And then we'd have to exit. See, it's not on the grid. So the grid coming down here, which is this. Right. So we couldn't use it. All right, so we have the line, the construction line. See? what we're gonna do is normally extend about 4 millimeters from the last point on the drawing. So we click here, click there. So click that, enter. And there it is, the end elevation is finished, right? Now, so good job. So on the screen is the all right, so let me show you now. If you want everything to be displayed now, I just come down here and I just turn off my zero layer. See, and there. So you put it on different layers, then those confusing well, I wouldn't say confusing, those construction lines won't be visible and you can see. So I'm gonna turn off the layer with the construction yellow line, which is this one. See, and there's the front elevation. Remember, there's a hidden detail, when you print it, you would see it, right? Right. So good job if you got the drawing correct. Right? If you didn't, then you can just replay the video and see where you made a misstep, right? All right. So what we're gonna do now? So good job. All right. What we're gonna do? We're gonna draw the other end, the elevation. We have come to the end of part 3. The next video will be part 4. We'll be drawing the end elevation for the intersection of the cylinder and cone. So thanks for joining us for part 3. And if you missed part 1 and 2, you could probably visit those videos. They are posted right below this one. And we thank you for completing part 3. And we look forward to seeing you in part 4. We aim to become your favorite AutoCAD resource online, and we look forward to seeing you in part 4 for the drawing of the intersection of the cone and the cylinder, which is also showing the orthographic first angle elevation of an object represented in first angle projection. So video 4 is a combo. You have the first angle projection being used to represent the intersection of the cone and the cylinder. So make sure that you join us. Looking forward to seeing you. Take care until we meet in that video. Thanks for watching the video. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share.